Hey guys, Ken here from the Retro Toys Escapades channel in Malaysia. There's been a lot of chatter online over the last couple of days because of these images of supposedly leaked card artwork from what appears to be a Wave 13 batch of MotU Origins figures. The images originally appeared on the Yo Tango El Poder Instagram page. Yo Tango El Poder, I'm not really sure if it's one person or like a team of people working on that account, but if you're a Motu fan and you're on Instagram, then you probably already follow them. They're an excellent resource for information. They've been knocking it out of the park the past, I don't know, 1.5 years with all these reveals ahead of time. And how does a card artwork leak even happen? I don't know, man. This appears to be the card art that's done by Axel Jimenez and Francisco Eckhart. It just looks fantastic as always, all right? It's instantly recognizable. Okay, their stuff is just like, stuff that you see it and you instantly know it's them. But how does this stuff get leaked? I don't know. It's like crystal clear images. Okay, it's like HD quality, it's not even grainy. So it's weird. I don't think there's ever been like card artwork leaks before this, has they? I mean, you guys let me know. We've seen like maybe image leaks and stuff like that, silhouettes of stuff, but card artwork leaks, this could be one of the first times. In this first image that's served to us, we get this spectacular scene of Skeletor in 2002 armor in battle with Randor, King Randor, also from the 2002 series. So, this is a 2002 inspired action scene. Since we already have the Skeletor figure, it appears that the focus here is going to be a Randor. So, this is probably the card artwork for King Randor release from 2002. And you know what? Well, my first impression was just that, look, we already had a King Randor figure from like a couple of months ago. Okay, are they really going to dive back into the character? Probably. This is a version of the character that's never actually released in action figure form. Although NECA did release one of those Staction figures from back in the day. I never got those. I never got any of those Staction figures because I just wasn't really interested in the fact they were like kind of like statues. But thinking back now, man, most of your stuff is just hanging around the shelves anyway. Why didn't I just invest in this back in the day? They had some pretty incredible designs, okay, especially Mosquito. Clawful would probably be my number one pick if I was ever going to land, these action figures. But they also did this version of King Randor. As I understand it, all of these figures moved really quickly. Okay, they're highly sought after as well on the secondary market if you're a Motu fan. And this is the only time that we actually had Randor from the 2002 series captured in some kind of like plastic form. And you know what? It's pretty great, I suppose, that they're bringing back this 2002 concept. I would like to see some of those designs, definitely, okay, in origin style, especially characters like Whiplash and Clawful, okay? Those are like my number 1 and 2 picks all time, okay, for revisiting 2002 in Origins. I mean, Randall wouldn't be like the first choice for me personally, but I can see that there are a lot of design touches that have been added onto this figure that make him a worthwhile purchase. Especially the fact if they're gonna go like the full route here, like really give us the redesigned armor, and also definitely he's got the mechanical leg. And definitely also, the long flowing hair, right? I suppose that there could be a lot of, customization done on the existing King Randor figure, but I hope that they actually do things like, give us like a revised face sculpt as well. And that would make it probably worthwhile, okay, revisiting this character once again. I think that when it came to the 2002 versions of He-Man and Skeletor, there were substantial changes made to those figures against their Wave 1 counterparts. But it's just that in cases like the 2002 Origins He-Man, they just gave us a vintage He-Man head, recolored his hair a bit. I would have preferred a more accurate 2002 style head, so I hope that we get that with something like Randor here. Now, the next leaked card artwork image appears to be that of a Rulers of the Sun character called Duplico. Guys, there's been all this chatter recently about how Masters of the Universe Origins is probably coming to an end real soon. And of course, everybody had their videos out on that. And while these new card artwork images are a reassurance that probably will not be happening anytime soon, one thing that we do know is also continuing is the fact that they are going to be including at least one Rulers of the Sun character with every wave that comes out. Okay, that seems to be the practice, for the last couple of waves. Looks like it's something that's going to keep on going. Now, based on the actual feedback that I've seen in the comments trail, most of you guys don't seem to have any actual interest or even give a shit about any of these characters, okay, because none of you guys even remembered growing up with them, and myself included, definitely, okay. There was just like no association with any of these characters. They were really obscure back in the 80s. Having said that, it does appear that Mattel is very much committed to finishing up the lineup, all the characters that were featured in the classic catalog, the only catalog that I can actually see online featuring these characters. So that also means that we'll be getting characters like Holographo, Kikto, and Zapman, the only other remaining characters. Okay, so that makes up for like another 3 more waves in addition to this one. That makes it like a full year, right? Doesn't it? Duplico definitely stands out because he's the only white skin character there with blonde hair. Interestingly as well, he was never actually produced, right, back in the day. So I mean, this thing I guess makes it even more collectible for those fans out there, the hardcore fans that were collecting the line back in the 80s, because you're practically getting an unproduced character. Now, Duplico is listed here as a heroic duplicator. I'm not really sure what that means. Does it mean that he is able to create a duplicate image of himself, like, I don't know, Mirage or something like that? Or is he supposed to be like, using that large hand cannon that he's got there to create, duplicates of things? I don't know, okay? But whatever it is, the comic book that this thing probably is going to come with is definitely going to be focusing on him as a character, as it has with all of the other Rulers of Sun characters. The mini comic is always focused on them. So I guess we're going to be finding out what's going on, all right? What the deal is with his powers and stuff like that. Looking at the image here as done up by Axel Jimenez, I mean, he does look like a pretty interesting sci-fi adventurer, something like Flash Gordon and stuff like that. Well, the thing is just that here's a character that we've never known anything about, all right? And usually when it comes to characters that are being introduced into the marketplace, they should be backed up by a really strong supporting media, all right? Like a cartoon, right, or a comic book, stuff like that. I've talked about this in a previous video as well. But here, we're just supposed to accept them as what they are. As it is to me, Masters of the Universe is already such a struggling brand at retail, okay? We're getting announcements like, the possible leaks from this Wave 13 batch. Wave 11 and 12 have not even showed up here in Malaysia, right? Retail has been dead on this line for the longest time, and also in many other territories. Okay, that's because retailers do not want to carry the brand. The brand isn't selling to the masses. Okay, it's selling to a hardcore group of collectors, all right? But it's not selling to the wide majority of people out there. And characters like these, I mean, while I am excited to see, new announcements of Masters news and stuff like that, but I don't think that characters like the 2002 King Randor and Duplico here are going to be doing anything to build up retailer confidence. Okay, nobody's really going to be buying up these figures in large quantities, all right, other than just the fans. So, that's it for me. Basically, I mean, when I look at these images here, I am excited, but I just don't think that it's anything that's really going to save the brand. They are still pushing out the product, but for how much longer? And the other thing is just that, this particular wave has got like 2 human characters already. I guess that frees up 2 more slots for like, strictly creature-based figures, I hope. But whenever you have too many human-based characters in a wave, it kind of puts me off it. Because I mean, it's strictly for the creatures, okay? And there's a lot of creatures to work around to, right? So let's see what happens, with the announcements surrounding this thing. But I believe that Toy Fair is still supposed to be happening in February. And there's sure to be a lot of news coming out with the future of Masters of the Universe. So I'll be looking out for that one. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And I'll catch you guys again real soon with more content. Thank you, and take care out there.